Mobile just about at release. They're all up in their positions. They're ready. Green light racing. One of the best away down near the inside was Maximizer. She began well. Queen of Clevedon's holding her place. Now Anthony Butt's sort of zigzagging between runners there and gets one off the inside on Majestic Courtney. Gets up underneath Agent Maori and is going to slide up and look for the lead here, Majestic Courtney. So Majestic Courtney takes on Maximizer. Queen of Clevedon galloped. They were followed then by Agent Maori. Behind those then is All Lane, Bank on Betty. The next one is I Ask Nicely as they run down the side. Queen of Clevedon still in a break. Then came Scenic Sky. Long margins off then to Gold Sovereign. It's last of all. That's the order as they wheel into the lane here. And Majestic Courtney. Lovely piece of driving early doors by Anthony Butt. He was in and out like a fiddler's elbow, but he was able to get around the outside to take up the front running now on the hot favourite. It's Majestic Courtney leading the way. Bank on Betty comes up strongly on the outside to take it on. The lead time 50-2, but again, Majestic Courtney just clicked up there by Ann Butt is going to go through and hold the lead. Holding its back at the moment as Maximizer. Will Rickson's looking to get in on Bank on Betty. Passed now by Agent Mary, but there's a peg run there now for it. So he drops onto the marker line, does Will on Bank on Betty. In fifth spot then was All Lane, followed by I Ask Nicely. Further back then to Scenic Sky. And then we go well back in the field then to Gold Sovereign and Queen of Clevedon's tailed out. Into the back they go. 30.2 was the first quarter of the last mile, and the leader is Majestic Courtney, making play to be a length on. In second, Posse Maximizer, who was spec'd at longer odds in betting. Third is Agent Mary, one of the real boulders running a race, and then came further back to Bank on Betty. 2 All Lane, and then came I Ask Nicely, Scenic Sky. That's your race, because you got about 120 metres away then to Gold Sovereign, and a similar margin, maybe 80 metres away, tailed right off is Queen of Clevedon. 31.6 second quarter. The half in 61.8 as they leave the back straight. Majestic Courtney, first up since February. It leads the way from Maximizer. Then Agent Maori, Bank on Betty. I Ask Nicely starts to get mobilised around All Lane, who's yielding ground. Passed by Scenic Sky. So those back markers are starting to come into their own. And as they come towards the home turn, it's Majestic Courtney. Ant Butt just shakes it up there. Leads out by a neat length on Maximizer. 2 Agent Maori. I Ask Nicely. In the middle is Bank on Betty, and Scenic Sky heads the others. 31.7 the quarter. Maximizer, she's out and running. She's trying to wear down Majestic Courtney, who still has about a half length advantage. It's still Majestic Courtney running past the 100 metres, a length in front now of Maximizer, who's trying hard from a minute back. Scenic Sky running on, but it's Majestic Courtney in front, and Majestic Courtney makes it 6 wins from 10 starts. Goes home to win. In second, Posse there was Maximizer, Scenic Sky, and for fourth you had Agent Maori whacking away with I Ask Nicely. Gap off Bank on Betty, Gold Sovereign, All Lane, Queen of Clevedon, and the last quarter 28.8, 2 minutes 0.7. A Majestic Courtney now has 10 starts for 6 wins in a second.